Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Beautiful day to be alive. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Today, I'm going to be checking out 3 fragrances from 6 Scents Parfums. This is a new re-release of 3 fragrances from the house. Now, in case you're unaware of 6 Scents Parfums, this is a brainchild of Joseph Cortana from Cortana Parfums, which I've talked about a couple times on the channel in the past. In this video, I'm going to go over the presentation for you guys here, which is pretty simple, so that part of the video is going to be really quick. And then I'll break down each one of these very quickly, let you know which one I like the most, which one I like the least, whether you should check them out or not. So let's jump into this. Let's quickly check out this presentation. Each one of these comes in a little decant bottle, like you see here, with a simple label on the front. So the only thing different is the concentration on some of these and the name. That's it. So there it is. That's your presentation. And that's for all of them, as you can see right here. Now, when you get these in, they come in a little pouch like this, and then you rip it and just pull out the bottle. They also have a little card in there which has which bottle this is, because each one of these is a limited edition, only 250 bottles made of each. So here, number 87, I've got bottle number 4. And before we go any further, before I forget, these were sent to me by Joseph Cortana for review. But as always, I'm going to tell you guys what I think about them, whether I like them or not. And there are some good things here and some things I don't like so much. We're going to cover it all. As well, I do have samples of each one, so I have 2 milliliter samples of all 3 of these, and I'll give that away at the end of the video. So the names of these fragrances are Ascent, Urban Tropicalia, and number 87. And the way I'll do this is I'll talk about my least favorite first, and then my most favorite last. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Ascent. And let me go ahead and show you guys how the atomizer is. There you go. Now, these are all priced pretty competitively, I feel like. This one is $58 for a 30 ml size bottle, and you are dealing with more unique indie fragrances here. So I think that pricing is pretty good, especially when you compare it to some other indie and niche fragrance houses out there. In the opening, Ascent is a fresh floral fragrance. There's a little bit of pear juice in the open, but I don't get too much of that. It's just really fleeting. That pear juice is like there and then gone. Powdery. And as it dries down, it gets more powdery. There's a little faint sweetness in the background of this fragrance, but not a whole lot, not a lot. And like I said, as it dries down, it gets powdery and then a little more powdery off my skin. There's a little bit of incense in here, but not much, not enough to really contrast with that powdery facet, which is really the main thing that I end up getting, a powdery floral. There's also muskiness in there as well as it dries down, but this is not one that I would ever wear myself. Just not one I really like a whole lot, if I'm honest. It does have kind of an interesting idea. So the idea behind the fragrance is kind of trying to encapsulate all the stages of life. So if you look on the website, which I have linked below, you'll see that there's semen for contraception, baby powder for infancy, leather for adulthood, and then incense for death. And when you read that, that sounds like it could be a pretty interesting fragrance. But ultimately for me, what I get is mainly musk, powder, and florals. So that one, Ascent, don't really like it. Up next, let's check out this one, Urban Tropicalia. This one is an eau de parfum, whereas the other 2 are eau de toilette concentrations. And believe it or not, even though this is an eau de parfum, this is actually the most affordable of the bunch. This one is $53 for 30 mils. This one I like a lot more. It's got a really nice noticeable apricot right off the top. It's got supporting fruits in there, a little bit of tart currant and fresh florals, white florals, supporting all of that in the opening. Really wearable, very nice. Each one of these is a genderless perfume. It does, though, lean for me a little bit more feminine on the side of things. I do consider it myself unisex, but for some people, I think they would find it leaning feminine. That's what I'm trying to say. And this one is one that my wife loves. The first time she smelled it, she leaned in, got a whiff, and she went, "Ooh, what's that?" Like right away. That being said, I think it's one she wanted for herself. Dries down to a warm musk, light woods, a little bit of that residual fruitiness from the open. Really nice fragrance, very good for summertime. And I should say, those floral notes, they're in there too, in the dry down as well. So that one I do like, that one I give a thumbs up, but this one is the one I like the most, number 87. This one also an eau de toilette, and this is the most expensive of the bunch, coming in at $63. Still though, 63 bucks, not really all that expensive. Oof, I love this one, yeah. This one very good, very, very good. It's got a really, really nice opening, green, woody. It has this slight motor oil undertone, and I know that sounds like it would be terrible. A lot of people, when they hear that, they might get turned away and be like, oh God, who wants to smell like oil? But it really is an undertone. If you didn't know the note was there, you wouldn't pick it up like motor oil. There's also this salty ice water accord in the opening. For me, more salty, not as much icy, but still really, really pleasant. Melds together great with those green, fresh, woody notes that kind of sit over top of it. The cypress and the hinoki wood are front and center here. That's what I pick up the most of. And then you've got sort of some herbal facets underneath there, led by rosemary. And this one does lean more masculine for me than feminine. So of the three, this one, number 87, is the one that I would wear the most of, and it's not close, but that again is kind of my personal preference. If you followed this channel for a while, you know that I like fragrances that do make use of cypress, and this does it very well, along with all the other notes that I've already mentioned. If you want to break it down really simply, just really simply, cypress and hinoki wood with a fantastic salty marine accord with touches of spice and herbal facets with a light motor oil undertone. That one, a winner. Love it, love it. Number 87 for me, 2 thumbs up. It's my favorite. All right, guys, giveaway time. Giveaway time? Yes. 2 milliliters of each one of these fragrances. If you want to be entered, leave a comment below telling me which of these 3 you think is most interesting. And again, only 250 bottles, each of these being made. Also, make sure to like the video and be subscribed to the channel. In roughly 10 days, I will post the winner via random comment picker onto the community tab of the channel, like always, and then the winner can go ahead and reach out to me and I will ship this off to you. And we're gonna make this within the US only. Sorry, please don't hate me. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Thanks for all your support, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another fragrance video. Stay safe out there.